Hello students, welcome to the second part of the small sample t-test. In the first part, we have discussed about the first two applications and the first two uses of the t-test, that is testing of hypothesis about the population mean and testing of hypothesis about the difference between the means in case of independent samples are given to you. Now, in this case, we are going to discuss about the hypothesis, testing of hypothesis when the difference between the two means are to be compared with the dependent samples and observe coefficient of correlation. Now let's start with the third application, difference between the two means with dependent variables. This is a paired t-test in which the sample is considered to be dependent because a single sample is there and the single sample is tested twice, that is before and after situations. So that's why dependent variables are there, but we are testing it two times, so two means. Now conditions in which such kind of data can be applied or such type of test can be applied is applicable in case of paired data, that is before and after situations. When the sample items are same but the different situations are being analyzed. Obviously a single sample is there, sample items are same but the situations are different. When both n1 and n2 are less than equal to 30, when both population means are given to you. Now let's elaborate. Here the value of t-test can be find out with the help of this particular formula, d bar divided by standard error into root n, where d bar can be calculated as sigma d divided by n. And the standard deviation of the difference is computed by using the following formula, that is square root of sigma d square minus sigma d whole square into n divided by n minus 1. Now let's elaborate it with the help of example. 10 students are given a test, then they are imparted a month special coaching and the second test was conducted after that. The results were as follows. Now consider this example carefully. 10 students are there, a sample of 10 students is given to you and you are given a month special coaching to them. So result of the students before giving that coaching and after giving that coaching. So this is the situation of paired sample test, that is dependent sample test, and the situations are two, so two means are there. Now they are asking for, do the marks given evidence that the students have benefited by the extra coaching or not? So first of all, set up the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Set up the null hypothesis as that it is equal to 0, that there is no difference between the coaching, and alternative hypothesis that after getting the coaching they are benefited. Here one tail test is there because after giving the coaching they are benefited, so one side is there. Now simply by applying the formulas, there are two series, you have to find out the difference. See it carefully, the difference is x2 minus x1, not x1 minus x2. You have find out the difference, then the square of the difference, d square. You have find out the d bar, that is sigma d divided by n minus 64 divided by 10, that is negative 6.4. Standard deviation value, that is square root of sigma d square minus sigma d bar ka whole square into n divided by n minus 1. After evaluating all the values, you will get the answer of 14.7. This is the value of S. Now you have to put them in the t-test value. Equating in the t values, this is here and you get the answer of 1.438. Similarly in the previous cases, here also you have to compare this calculated value of 1.438 with the table value, that is from the table. After applying the degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is n minus 1, that is 9, that is 10 minus 1, 9. For v is equal to 9 and for one tail test at 5% level of significance, the value from the table is 1.833 and the calculated value is 1.438. Now since the calculated value is once again less than the tabulated value, that is from the table value, so we accept the null hypothesis and conclude that the extra coaching has not benefited the students. Let's hope you have the clear idea regarding this particular test. Now we are having the last test of the correlation coefficient. This test applies when the value of sample correlation coefficient is given to you. Must remember one thing, sample correlation coefficient is given to you, okay, because you have to use F test also. So consider these assumptions very carefully. A random sample of size n has drawn from a bivariate normal population. Now what is bivariate normal population? Bivariate normal population means that when the sample is selected from, bi means 2. So when the sample is selected from two populations, then it is assumed that both the populations are normally distributed. So bivariate normal population. Okay. So coefficient of correlation assumed that it is a bivariate normal population, that both the populations are assumed to be normally distributed. Now value of the t can be find out by using this formula, r divided by 1 minus r square into n minus 2, because two samples are there, so n minus 2 is there. Now elaborate it with the help of an example. A random sample of 27 observation, since number is less than 27, so we have to apply small sample test. 27 observations from a normal population gives a correlation coefficient of negative 0.4. Is this significant of the existence of correlation in the population for value of V and T at the 5% level of significance given to you? Now given that number is 27, R is correlation is negative 0.4, we set null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis that it is equal to 0 and it is not equal to 0 as a alternative hypothesis. Now applying the t-test, simply in the formula you apply all the values and you will get the value of 2.18. This is your calculated value. Now what you have to do, you have to compare this calculated value of 2.18 with the tabulated value, that is the value from the table. Now remember this value 2.18. Now degree of freedom n minus 2, that is 25. For V is equal to 25 at 5% level of significance for two-tailed test. For two-tailed test, we are having the value of 2.79. Now since the calculated value is less than the tabulated value, so we accept the null hypothesis and we conclude that the correlation of sample is not significant to warrant the existence of such correlation in the population. Now let's hope that you all have the clear view regarding the 4 tests that we have conducted in the t-test, or 4 uses of the t-test. This is the table, you can go through this. Thank you.